Buddy, here we are again. I am on my way over to Guy's house with the closet doors and all that stuff so we can get this party started. Um, as most of you know, I had to stop at Home Depot and get some stuff ready, get prepped for all that. So we're gonna run over there and get this rolling, get it going, and yeah, get this get this party started. Oops, they're the wrong fucking lane. Yeah, would be helpful, wouldn't it? If I was in the right one, probably, more than likely. So yeah, we're gonna run over here. We're gonna get some shit going with the trim work, the paint work, all that fun stuff. So I believe what I'm going to start with here is going to be the closet doors because they are going to prove to be more time consuming, I believe, than the trim. So we'll get the closet doors put up first, and then after that, I'll crack the paint open and we'll get the trim started, get that going. Let's see what else. So we got to get the trim started and finished in that room, which is no big deal. That'll be pretty straightforward. And then once we're done with all that, what we have to do is we got to get all the light switch covers and outlet covers, get them put back on, get them put back in place. Let's see what else. Following that, there's the old closet doors in the bedroom that have to come out. Um, I'm not like terribly concerned about getting them out of there today, but very soon they'll be coming out. So we'll get that figured out. Now, I have not figured out just yet if I'm going to have to put a small piece of kicker or something underneath the header for the closet doors. That I don't know yet. I might have to do that, but I'm not 100% sure just yet. We'll have to see how that plays out. Hard to say. Too soon to tell. But I'll have that figured out in no time. So, oh, yet another freaking housing development being put in. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, it's never a dull moment, that's for sure. I'll tell you, everywhere around here, that's all they're doing is just putting in houses and housing developments, and I'm just like, I'm so bored with it. I really am. It's kind of sickening when you think about it. So like, if anybody here is from the area that I'm in, over on Exton on Sweetsford Road, across from Church Farm School, they sold the property over here and they tore down a bunch of houses that were here. Now, don't get me wrong, the houses that were there were in so much disrepair, they were tear downs. So, fine, okay, whatever. You tore the houses down, but like, it really didn't need to turn into a whole ass housing development. Like, that really wasn't necessary. But, like everything else in life, money talks, bullshit walks, and, yeah. So somebody bought the property, presumably Toll Brothers or Ryan Homes or somebody in that space, and they ended up doing that. So every year the patches of grass are getting smaller and smaller, man. It's kind of crazy. And I'll be honest with you, like I'm not one of those people that is real big into like environment and all that stuff. Like I do enough stuff in my own life that it's not necessarily good for it, but it's also not bad either. But the ecosystem in general that we're dealing with right now, it's just not good, man. It's not in good shape. And the more houses that keep getting built, the more ground that keeps getting developed. Like once it's gone, it's gone. Like once it's developed, once it's been developed, it'll never go back to what it was. So, and that's something that nobody ever really thinks about or puts any kind of thought into, but it should be something that people think about. So, like, example, you take a farm field, right? You got a farm field, and you got 20 acres of land that you are done farming with. You know, you don't see the use, the benefit, whatever. It's not panning out for you, whatever the case may be. You sell that property to a developer. All those fields of corn and stuff like that, it's going to be like it never existed. So they're going to dig it all up. They're going to put a bunch of fill dirt in, which, you know, fill dirt's nothing special. It's just gross shit. So they're going to put that in there. They're going to backfill the area. They're going to cut it off. They're going to dig out foundations for houses or basements or whatever, and it's just going to be stuck that way indefinitely. You know, it'll never turn back into a farm or anything again. You know, that whole I forget who it is it Luke Bryan that says buy dirt or whatever? Well, he's not wrong. They're not making any more of it. So, you know, dirt is not being manufactured at this point. There is no more of it. You know, you can dig it out from somewhere. You can use it here, there, and everywhere. But at the end of the day, they're not making any more of it. So land is in relatively short supply. Everybody wants it because everybody wants to capitalize on the opportunity to sell it and make a fortune. I understand that. Give the townships, give the municipalities a chance to buy it so they can put it as a preserve. Give them a shot to do that. No, you're not going to make the millions off of it like you would from a developer, but you're going to get fair market price for it, and it's going to be worth it because that land can never be touched. Once it's a reserve, that's it, man. They'll never touch it.